Ok, vamos a entrar a la conferencia.
For the next 2 hours, you'll see all new gameplay footage, trailers, and interviews. Taking the stage today are first gameplay footage for Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Borderlands 3, the reveal of Evil Genius 2,
Perfecto.
Last Oasis, 2 new games from Coffee Stain Studios, Griftlands, Planet Zoo. What's next for Terraria? Remnant from the Ashes, Mosaic, Warframe, Baldur's Gate 3, Shenmue 3, the reveal of Unexplored.
Vamos a bajarle lo que es la nitidez de esto, güey.
Age of Wonders, Planetfall, and more. And now your PC gaming show host.
Ahí está.
Day 9 and Frankie Ward.
Good morning, good morning.
A ver.
Yes.
¿Qué nos tienes que decir? A ver.
Gentlemen, welcome to the PC Gaming Show. Yeah. Yes. We're so happy you're here today. We have a great show for you lined up. We got 30 games that we're going to be showing off. 30. Some of them will be updates to existing franchises and titles. Others will be exclusive world first looks. Y'all ready? Well, I first want to thank our sponsors for helping make this event possible. Without their support, this event would not happen each year. So thank you so much. Thanks to you for coming out. It's 10 a.m. in Los Angeles. Happy Monday, everyone. Best day of the week.
No mames, ¿en serio, güey?
Balcony, and of course, thanks to you tuning in live from all over the internet, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Bueno, pues muéstrame los pinches juegos de una puta vez, güey. A ver.
Joining me is the fantastic Frankie Ward.
Hello. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Sean. Hello, everyone. Now, for you guys at home, for the first time, whatever platform you're watching on, we are going to be pulling your clever comments.
Sí está viendo, ¿no?
Remember that I said clever comments from Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook throughout the show, and making you famous on the internet, on the screen. We're going to be sharing them live. And one of the things we're especially looking for are your questions for the Borderlands 3 team, because Sean, you've got a mission to put their questions to the developers later.
That's right. Midway through this show, I'm going to be asking those questions to the creative director of Borderlands 3. Use hashtag PC Gaming Show, and we'll read them live. Until then, let's start the PC Gaming Show with our very first title from UK developer Rebellion. Several years ago, they announced that they were working on the follow-up to Evil Genius, a real-time evil layer simulator.
And now, Rebellion is ready to reveal its nefarious vision for the project. So, PC Gaming Show, who's ready to stroke a cat menacingly? Here is the world exclusive reveal for Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
Innecesario ese chiste. Innecesario. Exclusivo mundial. Nah, qué mamón. Creo que ya sé qué pinche juego es, güey. Qué mamón. Es de Steam y de Rebellion. Ok.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is the successor to one of the most beloved RPG RPGs ever. And with me to talk about it, I have Brian Mitsoda.
Se ve interesante.
Now, Brian, you were a writer on the very first game. So what does it mean for you to finally get to work on the sequel?
It means that a lot of people have very high expectations and we have to meet those.
Sí, expectativas de qué, güey, a ver.
Take a look at whether you are going to meet them because we are going to take a look at the world's first gameplay footage.
A ver, ¿qué sigue? Exclusivo mundial. No sé si es gameplay o es otra cosa, güey. Relacionado sobre esto. Puede contener contenido propio para niños. A ver. Paradox Interactive.
You're obviously new to this whole existence, but truth is, most of you types won't even make it a whole year. We have one rule. You don't break the masquerade.
Siente tu poder. Apropiate de la oscuridad.
We're all fighting over scraps here. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your death. Having fun yet?
Bloodlines 2. Oh, 2020, güey. Pero ordena ahora.
Guys, what does it mean to be a vampire in this world?
So in the Empire, what it is, it's kind of a darker version of our world, and the vampires kind of need to keep their presence secret from humanity. So the vampires are kind of staying hidden in the shadows, while also needing to feed on human beings and kind of manipulating us in order to get blood.
We're talking about feeding on human beings. I'm getting flashbacks to last.
Venture va ganando.
It's not just a case though of sucking blood and filling up your health meter. Is it actually different types of blood do different things?
That's right. So we have the resonance system, which means that essentially vampires can kind of see the emotional resonance of human beings, like fear or desire, and then they can feed on those people to like feel the same things as human beings do, to feel more alive.
O sea, de que se enfocaron más a lo que viene siendo la experiencia de uno, güey. Es a lo que se centraron.
Fragile, very volatile relationships, very mature relationships, so it's going to be a fun time.
And one thing that was really intriguing to me when I was learning about this game is you don't just get bitten and turn into Nosferatu, Dracula, or Brad Pitt. And to be honest, I think you should maybe put Brad Pitt into the game, because then I'm definitely playing it. You actually have to adjust to your environment to becoming a vampire, is that right?
That's right. So essentially, in the game, when you were made as a vampire, sort of very young vampire, a lot of other vampires are made at the same time, in this thing called the massive race. And that means that essentially they're having a less lucky time than you in the world. You're having a relatively good time compared to them because they don't know what they're doing. They're going through vampire puberty on their own, and you might have a family, you might have, say, a wife and children, and you are morally objecting to drinking blood.
¿Y eso a qué viene, güey? ¿Eso a qué viene?
Let's say, than the player is having. So you can find them throughout the world as well.
And Brian, the first game came out in 2004. You've been waiting 15 years for this. Any pressure?
A la verga.
Tons of pressure. But yeah, we're going to make it work.
Well, you know what? I think there are people around the world watching this, and of course the audience here, and they all can't wait to play this game. Can you wait, guys? Okay. So I think you've convinced everyone here now. When are we going to be able to play the game?
We're going Q1 next year.
Fantastic. When can we learn more?
Bloodlines2.com.
Thank you so much, Brian and Cara. Good luck. Give it up, guys. Now, have you ever wanted to play Dwarf Fortress in space? Starmancer is a space station sim from Ominux Games and Chucklefish. After a catastrophe on Earth, humanity has launched a desperate attempt to find refuge among the stars. Your task is to manage a colony capable of sustaining life, crafting components, controlling colonists, and sending out crews to mine asteroids. But when you're living in space, there can be big consequences for even the smallest mistakes.
Una gran consecuencia de los errores más grandes. ¿Dónde he visto esta compañía yo, güey? ¿Dónde he visto esa desarrolladora? Creo que yo tenía un juego de ellos. No saben cuánto me encanta este tipo de gráficos, güey. Construye, expande, customiza o personaliza. Preserva la vida, güey. Haz amigos. Ok, bueno. Y enemigos. Tú piensas que puedes detenerme, prepárate para ser destruido. Eso ha sido un error. Star Marchet. Oh, Dios mío.
Our next guests both started as modders, and now they each independently run their own studio. Let's welcome to the stage, from Tripwire, John Gibson, and from Torn Banner, Steve Piggott.
Hey, Sean.
Now I understand. Both of you started as modders, working independently, running your own studio. Talk to me about the collaboration that you started together.
Yeah, Steve. So we've known the Torn Banner guys for a long time, even giving them some advice when they were modders, going commercial, helping them not make the mistakes that we made. And we've been friends, and we've always wanted to work together.
Me imagino que va a ser el mismo caso que con Cuphead, güey.
Professional super group to get an awesome game out to fans. Yeah, for us it's a dream partnership as well. We've always been really close with Tripwire, and we really respect their games. We see them as one of the few studios that's bringing true innovation to the FPS genre, and that's what we're all about as well.
Well, let's take a look at this upcoming collaboration between Torn Banner and Tripwire.
A ver a lo que se trae entre manos estos dos. No hablaron mucho, de hecho nomás dijeron de que lo bien que se sienten trabajando juntos nomás y que cómo llegó para trabajar. ¡A la verga, güey! ¡Qué sadismo de este juego, güey! Calvario 2 2020, güey. ¿Por qué tanto tiempo, güey? Dios mío, qué sadismo de este juego, güey.
Oh, talk to me about Chivalry 2, Steve.
Well, Chivalry 2 is about bringing players into their favorite medieval movie battle scenes. Our flagship game mode objective does that by having players complete medieval objectives like
tener jugadores que tienen diferentes objetivos, como construir.
And yeah, you're not just going and standing in an area and then a bar fills up.
Estar en un área, en un campo de batalla.
Killing peasants, you know. Yeah. Playing as peasants, getting killed.
O sea que hay diferentes áreas. Digo, perdón, clases.
And on top of that, this time around we've increased the player count scale to about 2.5 times with the previous gameplay. 64 players. And
64 jugadores, güey, no mames.
Which really allows us to add a lot of drama to the game and bring experiences like the Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones.
Don't worry, we'll ignore the
Ok,
last season.
algo
Just
parecido a
how
Game of
fast it's gonna
Thrones.
be in the game. All right, so I want to ask about the swordplay element to Chivalry 2. I mean, I know it's a really critical element.
Yeah, and this time around we've completely revamped. I mean, we really view what we're doing here as bringing a true sequel in every sense.
Yeah.
We've attempted to completely revamp the combat, movement, and animation systems so that every swing, every action of the combat feels readable and fair, and also has the satisfaction and the weight that you would expect when two medieval knights in full armor are clashing.
Yeah, and it's very, very fluid and much more accessible than the previous game. And it's, you know, the pace is so much quicker. It was what I really enjoy when I'm playing it.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask about the fluidity, because in a lot of melee combat games, you hit a button and there's like a full animation swing, and then you sort of reset. So it's kind of these discrete, chunky times. I understand that in Chivalry 2, the swordplay operates differently than that.
Yeah, we kind of think of it like when you're swimming, where you're kind of constantly using both arms at the same time. And
Yeah.
a core part of our focus this time around has been making it so that players can fight multiple opponents at the same time.
Like 1-on-3, 1-on-4 situation.
Exactly, because that's fundamentally part of the becoming the ultimate warrior fantasy
Right.
and achieving glory on the battlefield.
Well, I mean, I do have to
Un
ask,
campo de
we talked
batalla,
about swordplay
perfecto.
and mastery, but
O sea,
I mean, it's kinda like
el objetivo de aquí,
like, how do you
según
balance
ellos,
the mastery with the fun element?
es esto, güey. Estás en un campo de batalla, escoges diferentes clases y te enfrentas a todos los jugadores. Me imagino yo que van a seguir diferentes objetivos, o sea que va a haber diferentes modos de juego. Él lo dijo, está basado en las épicas de batalla de muchas películas de este tipo y Game of Thrones.
Like, so, like, picking up a chicken as a
Yeah,
weapon, that's a
physically clubbing
mechanic.
him to death.
Well, that's excellent. Well, I mean, I have to ask, when can people get their hands on Chivalry 2?
Chivalry 2 is coming out early 2020,
Ujú.
and it's coming first to the Epic Games Store.
O sea que va a venir principios de 2020.
Gentlemen, John Gibson and
Alrededor, entre mediados y principios de año. Cualquiera de esos dos.
getting started here at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show.
Ok, creo que se van a ir a comerciales, güey.
Coming up,
Lo que sigue a continuación.
build a world for wildlife in Planet Zoo.
Ujú.
From the creators of Darksiders, Remnant from the Ashes, Baldur's Gate 3, and more trailers, interviews, and gameplay footage.
Ok. A ver, les voy a ser honesto. Hasta ahorita la conferencia está bien. Hay ciertos detalles como que todavía como que no me terminan de cuajar, pero pueden todavía mejorar. O sea, por ejemplo, el juego ese que presentaron con el apartado 2D, güey, de 16 bits, me encantó, güey. Me encantó porque sin duda alguna marca lo que viene siendo como que un antes y un después de algo, güey. A ver, ¿qué es esto, güey? Mosaico. Próximamente en este año, 2019. Ahí está, regresamos.
Brand new trailer for Mosaic, a dark and atmospheric adventure game coming later this year from developer Killbyte and publisher Raw Fury. So how are you guys enjoying it so far? There's been some swords, some space stations, vampire puberty. We're listening to your reactions to the PC Gaming Show throughout the entire broadcast, no matter what platform you're watching and ranting on, so keep them coming. Our next game is a ghost-themed multiplayer hide-and-seek game inspired by a popular mod. Charge up your proton packs and get ready for Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Exclusiva mundial. Quiero ver si se escucha, güey. Sí.
The
Está buena la canción, güey. Oh, ¿será un Garry's Mod de casualidad? Midnight Ghost Hunt. Sala virga, este se ve bueno, ¿eh?
Joining me on the stage to talk about Midnight Ghost Hunt is the dynamic one-man team. Creative director, programmer, designer, it's Sam Malone!
Thank you for having me.
Sam, please tell us what is going on in that. What is Midnight Ghost Hunt all about?
So, Midnight Ghost Hunt is a multiplayer ghost hunting hide-and-seek game. You can play either as ghosts or ghost hunters, like a 4v4 format. The ghosts can hide inside average everyday objects around the haunted house. The goal is to look like harmless furniture.
Okay.
But on the inside, they're not so harmless ghosts as you saw.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm understanding correctly, it's
¿Sabe de que
not
puede o
about
no?
hiding as a lamp to try to assault and take out a hunter. It's actually, you would do that so that way you can keep running away and continue to hide.
Exactly. So the main objective of the ghosts is to try to stay hidden as long as they can until the time runs out, until the clock strikes midnight. Midnight being kind of the hour of the ghosts, basically. They can fight back if they like, but in general, they want to try to hide. But if there's a hunter kind of off by himself, he can quickly just hit him in the back of the head and knock him out real quick, and he has less hunters to deal with at that point.
See. Well, what's the identity of the hunter? We've been seeing furniture flying all over the place. What are the hunters doing?
So the hunters, it kind of can be divided into two different segments. The first part of the game is kind of almost like a detective game because they're sort of trying to figure out where the ghosts are hiding because it's not really obvious at first glance. So they've got gadgets like a footprint tracker, they've got like a radar like you saw, to try to narrow down where in the haunted house these ghosts are hiding, basically. As soon as the first ghost is found, though, it starts getting a bit more chaotic. There's ragdolls flying everywhere, and they have that cannon to really try to smash the ghosts into pieces. So those are kind of the two aspects of the ghost.
I see. Well, talk to me a little bit about the inspiration for Midnight Ghost Hunt. I understand it's based on
Bueno, sí, es que realmente
mod called Prop Hunt.
Right. So that's definitely a big inspiration, but the big twist for us is that the props fight back. You saw the furniture, they hurl themselves at you, they knock you out, they send you flying. So it kind of almost becomes like this action hide-and-seek sort of mashup. You have a reason to be...
Es una mezcla de acción y escondite.
And I want to ask about when the clock strikes midnight. We saw the very spooky red color pop up. We didn't see what happens then. What's going on there?
So midnight, if even one ghost survives 4 minutes into the match, then
4 minutos, no mames.
All the lights will actually flicker out. It'll get really dark and scary, and all of the ghosts that were destroyed actually return as vengeful spirits. They're a lot more powerful than before, and they glow a very brilliant red. So at this point, the tables have turned. The hunters are now the hunted, and they just need to try to work together to stay alive long enough for their evac to come, which is another 4 minutes or so. Usually the ghosts win when it gets to midnight.
Are you talking about like 90% of the time?
Like 9, yeah, usually because the ghosts are so overpowered at midnight. Right. The hunters are doing whatever they can to try to prevent midnight from even occurring by destroying all of the ghosts and clearing the house, basically.
Well, awesome.
O sea, que puede estar en cualquier rincón. Ya entendí. Ya entendí.
Later in the summer, you can sign up at midnightghosthunt.com. I'd also like to give a shout out to our Discord, discord.gg/midnightghosthunt.
Lo que el desarrollador dijo es un poco parecido como Garry's Mod, güey. No más que aquí sí invierten un poco los papeles, güey. ¿Por qué razón? Porque aquí realmente no sabes quién es.
You do understand correctly, Sean, yes. It's a big sequel to a small indie game. Unexplored 2 is a procedural adventure, a roguelike that challenges you to fight, to be clever, and to solve its mysteries. Explore a beautiful world, engage with its creatures, and befriend its people. Search for magic lakes and ancient statues until you die. And die again. This is unexplored too.
Primera exclusiva, güey. Big Sugar. Big Chungus. Les voy a ser honesto, casi no me llamó mucho la atención esto, güey. Exploración... No, inexplorado, perdón.
One of the biggest bang for your buck that you can get when building a new rig is investing in a new monitor. And here to talk about a groundbreaking new display is Samsung's Dean Dalcero. Welcome, Dean. What you got for us?
Samsung C27 RG5 curved gaming.
El nuevo monitor curveado. A ver. ...144 Hz, 240, 60 Hz. Ya entendí. Se ve bueno. Samsung de nuevo innovando otra vez en el gaming.
Dean, we've seen the video, and I gotta start asking. Talk to me about some of those juicy features and specs.
So it's a 240 Hz curved gaming panel. We believe it's the world's first to have lag-free and tear-free performance. And we think that the curved, its 1500 R radius, is going to be a very immersive experience you wouldn't get from a traditional flat panel.
And I wanted to ask a little bit about some of the color specs.
Sure, it's a 3000:1 contrast ratio, so you get those deeper blacks, brighter whites, and hopefully you'll see your enemies first before they see you in dark scenes.
Yeah, and I understand it also has G-Sync. I saw that flash up on the screen as well.
First G-Sync compatible monitor, so we're super excited about that.
Well, since this is the PC gaming show and we're showing off a huge variety of games here, what are the types of games that you would expect that 240 Hz refresh rate and the G-Sync to work well with?
No mames, qué pregunta tan pendeja le hizo este güey.
But ultimately, esports first-person shooters are really going to benefit.
Right. Well, of course, I have to ask, not just when is it available.
Es que sí, güey, ¿cómo se te ocurre preguntar si estás en la conferencia de PC, güey?
Under $400 for a 27-inch panel.
¿Qué?
It expands our gaming lineup. Yeah.
Because when you said 400, I mean that's 27 inches. Right. Wow.
Yeah. So our gaming lineup.
$270. Hoy estás.
All the way up to a 49-inch dual QHD. Check out Samsung.com/gaming240 or see us in the back of the room for more info.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo me imaginaba unos $300, $400, güey. Está bien el precio.
Not 4K. Not for that price point.
Well, I want to let you know that we have all sorts of great presentations and games coming up. Let's look at what's coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Stay tuned for more announcements, trailers, and
Bueno.
never before seen footage, including Gearbox answers burning questions about Borderlands 3.
Más de Borderlands, vamos a ver.
Game from Clay Entertainment. Get ready to rip the galaxy a new wormhole in Valfaris and more. And now the PC Gaming Show presents What's Next from Funcom.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the warm applause. It's very exciting for all of us at Funcom to be here at the PC Gaming Show for the very first time ever. And naturally, we would like to show some of the cool stuff that we've been working on. So, without further ado, here are some of the games coming for 2019.
Something strange.
Juegos de este año.
All across the zone. I don't fear nothing until now.
A lot's happened since you've been traveling, Con. We could use your skills.
Stalkers got each other's backs, right? What happens to you happens to me.
Otro de Conan. A la verga. Moons of Madness. Para Halloween de este año. Me imagino que es de terror este.
Please welcome to the stage, founder and director of Mighty Kingdom, Philip Mays.
So yeah, at Funcom we've been doing our own games for over 26 years now. But recently we had the great pleasure to be working with some other very talented developers and help them publish their games. And on that note, I'd like to introduce Phil Mays. He is founder of Mighty Kingdom, a studio out of Australia, who has been working with us on something a little different.
Thank you, Natasha. So on April 1st this year, we put out a little trailer for something called Conan Chop Chop. And considering the date, it was perhaps no surprise that people decided that that was an April Fool's joke. So yeah, we have a little surprise for you. Check this out.
A ver. Puede contener, ok. The Funcom, Mighty Kingdom. Sé positivo en el mejor juego de Conan hasta ahora. Un juego que definitivamente no es real, pero probablemente debería ser. Me recuerda un poco el Submechanical Castle Crasher, güey. Para ser honesto, no es 1.000.000 de los de millas. No pude leer muy bien, güey. Se mira un poco divertido, de hecho. Un chibi Conan. Critical hit. Conan Chop Chop. El 3 de septiembre de este año.
So there you have it, Conan Chop Chop. It's a roguelike action-adventure game. It's very real, and it's coming to PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on September the 3rd this year, 2019.
Bueno, por lo menos no retrasaron para diferentes versiones.
So if you want to give Stick Figure Conan a try, then please don't hesitate to drop by. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last Oasis is a nomadic survival game set in a post-apocalyptic future where the Earth has stopped rotating. The last humans need to outrun the blazing sun in massive open-world environments. Good times. But cheer up, Sunshine. This is one of the most original-looking multiplayers we've seen, with interesting ideas underneath. A player-driven economy and some truly incredible death machines. Coming to early access on Steam on July 15th, let's take a trip to the Last Oasis.
Otro juego de bárbaros, güey. No me interesa mucho, pero la conferencia está bien. Hasta ahorita va bien la conferencia. Sí hay unas cosas que como que no mames, güey, qué pedo con esa mamada, güey, pero es una conferencia de PC, güey. Tampoco no vas a mostrar un Mario, no vas a mostrar un... O sea, vas a mostrar cosas que son atractivas para el mercado de PC, güey. Vast Oasis. Les voy a ser honesto. La conferencia en este punto no está mala, güey. De hecho, va bien la conferencia, güey. Va bien la conferencia. O sea, llevamos 1 hora y 7 minutos de streaming en la conferencia y 2 horas en mi stream. No está mala, güey. De hecho, va bien hasta ahorita. Pero siento que como que pueden agregar un poquito más de cosas, güey. No sé, a lo mejor y otro tipo de cosas un poco más atractivas, güey, para el mercado. O a lo mejor y porque nunca he visto una conferencia de PC, güey. Por eso es que realmente casi no sé yo, güey, qué pedo con esto, güey. Bueno, continuamos.
The name of the game is Age of Wonders Planetfall, a 4X strategy game. And joining me on the stage to talk about it is the game director, Leonard Sass, and principal gameplay developer, Tom Bird. Welcome, guys. Good to be here. So, Leonard, just give us the gist of what Age of Wonders Planetfall is all about.
Sure. Age of Wonders is a turn-based strategy game where you play as one of the survivors of a shattered galactic empire. At the start of the game, you choose or create your own faction.
Yeah.
They include the Vanguard Expeditionary Forces, who are in cryosleep when everything went to hell. There's scavenging cyborgs, or the Amazon bioengineers who ride dinosaurs into battle.
You know, I want to ask, because there's a pretty broad range of 4X strategy games. To give a sense of what the gameplay is, I just want to start from the beginning of a game. What happens when you first land on the planet?
Well, each race has their own spaceship. The spaceship comes down onto the planet. The planet is where the entire game takes place. And that spaceship will then transform into your capital colony, where your entire empire begins, your sort of attempt to take over the world. Around you, you've got a number of sectors, and each of these sectors has a little story on most of them. So maybe you'll find a genetics lab which is still full of horrible mutant creatures, an entertainment complex overrun by horrible robot monsters, a temple with holes in the sky and horrible demons.
Kino en cada juego, dicen aquí en el chat.
And I did see in the trailer dinosaurs with lasers, correct?
Dinosaurs with lasers.
Perfect. Well,
cats with lasers. No, sorry, no cats with lasers.
I'm so sorry to disappoint all of you. No cats with lasers. You have to settle with dinosaurs. You know, I saw the expansive tech tree show up in the game briefly, and I know that growing resource and tech is a huge part of strategy games. How does that function?
Right, so part of these tech trees come from your origin race. They sort of represent the past of where you came from. They include new units, new modules for your unit, like jetpacks for your troopers, orbital laser cannons you can launch from space, social doctrines, not all about war. And then the second part of your tech tree comes from your secret technology, and that's all about the future of your faction. So you can create like a combination between man and machine or man
Voy a
and
ponerlo de
computer.
este lado, güey, porque no estorba
Others
mucho.
include doomsday technologies that allows you to infect the entire population with alien brain-eating parasites, or win the game by splitting space-time.
I love how many details you're giving me of the horrors that await on the planet.
The future is not a pretty place.
Well, I want to ask about some of the combat that we saw, because in a lot of strategy games, the combat can be very brief. It just, shows two armies pinging off each other. But I understand that the tactical layer is quite rich.
Right, so when combat starts, you'll see, like on the world map, maybe like a little sort of space lab or something like that. When you go into combat, you will zoom all the way in, and you will be inside the lab. You'll see all the pipes and all of the goops flowing around. All of your units, which you've been putting together and built, are now deployed. In turn-based combat, you can move them into cover, use their abilities, shoot laser cannons. Maybe you've chosen the dwarves. You've got like a bunch of space dwarves in little metal suits that dig holes in the ground, like shoot from the hole. Maybe you've chosen the
Qué mamada, güey.
horrible alien bug monsters. They run forward and slam people and puke acid on them. That kind of thing.
I mean, how long do some of these battles wind up lasting?
It depends. A short battle can be maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but at the end of the game, you've got a massive siege with like 20
O sea que sí van a durar varias las partidas.
side. You've got orbital cannons blasting holes in the world. And that can maybe take 30 minutes.
¿Qué? ¿Como una partida de LOL, güey?
The game is due this August 6th. It's going to be available on PC, multiple platforms, consoles, and it's available for pre-order now.
Well, lovely. Hey, what's that URL?
It's aow-planetfall.com.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's less than 2 months away. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me up on
Thank
stage.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Thank you for sharing the horrors of the future. And for our next game, Frankie, I have to ask you, what year is it?
Why? The year is 1946, Sean, my dear boy. Europe lies in ruins torn apart by the satanic Plan Z. A brave band of heroes cast the Fuhrer into hell, but little do they know.
Hola, bro. Me recolgué. Es que se me fue el internet. Sorry. No te preocupes, JLC. No te has perdido de mucho. A ver. Premiere exclusiva. Hasta ahorita va bien la conferencia, güey.
Rated M for mature.
Gameplay actual. Representa mecánicas de gameplay nomás. Pero no te preocupes, JLC. No te has perdido de mucho, güey. Sí, va bien. Yo no entiendo un choto. Yo solo vine porque me caes bien. Después lo voy a traducir. No te preocupes, JLC. Después le voy a decir de qué se gastaron casi toda la conferencia. Lo que pasa es que si lo traduzco, mucha gente se va a ofender, pues. Por eso es que trato de ser un punto medio, güey. Y gracias por el cumplido, JLC. De nada, para servirte. Gracias, güey. Se ve interesante el juego, no les voy a mentir. Aunque de nuevo es un puto video, güey. Pero bueno, en fin. ¡A la verga, güey! Se ve interesante que te pongas a jugar algo. ¿O no? Me voy a poner a jugar algo después de la conferencia. En lo que esperamos la conferencia de Ubisoft. ¿Qué juegos tienes, baby? Pues tengo varios, güey. No sé qué estaría bueno jugar. A lo mejor les sigo ya para ya seguir avanzando al hombre oscuro, güey. Digo, si les late la idea, si no, pues nos ponemos a jugar otra cosa, güey. ¿Algún juego no por no, güey? ¿Cómo crees? Zombie Army Dead War 4, güey. Hasta 2020, güey. No chingues, güey. Otra cosa, güey. Es interesante, pero no entiendo ese. Ni yo tampoco lo entiendo, güey. Un clásico de los juegos RPG. Más de Warframe. Y algo relacionado sobre el Big Man. Ok. Bueno. ¿De qué se ha bastado ahorita la conferencia? Solo juegas solo porque al tipo ese le falta sopa. De hecho lo juego porque me interesa la historia, güey. Y porque ya me lo quiero acabar. Les voy a ser sincero. La conferencia hasta este punto va bien. Pero, por ejemplo, el juego güey, el de pinche Conan, güey, a ese era para que le hubieran mostrado algo más, güey, hubieran dicho algo más. La gente aplaudió ese juego porque verdaderamente el juego está, o sea, se ve bien, güey, se ve fluido, como cualquier juego de su estilo. Pero le prestaron más atención al siguiente juego que para mí, personalmente, no me interesó absolutamente para ni una reputísima mierda, güey. Porque no es mi tipo de juego ese, güey. Mi tipo de juego es un poco más arcade. Más de hacer lo que se te dé la gana, güey. O de que sigas una historia. Remnant from the Ashes.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Remnant from the Ashes. In that trailer, we got the chance to see so much new gameplay footage and new environments. Let's welcome the CEO of Gunfire Games, David Adams. So David, I want to ask right away, for those who are unfamiliar with Remnant from the Ashes, what kind of game is it?
¿Qué tipo de juego es?
A co-op action shooter set on an apocalyptic Earth and across a bunch of cool fantasy worlds.
And I mean, in that trailer, we got the chance to see a huge variety of different environments. Like, what are these different places? Who's the player in this?
Ahorita no vamos a poner a jugar JLC, ahorita terminando la conferencia. Vamos a jugar un rato, güey, en lo que esperamos la conferencia de Ubisoft. Ok. Ay, le falta poco a la conferencia, güey. A un juego no por.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest features of the game is the dynamic generation system. So we generate the maps, the enemies, the quests, NPCs, bosses, everything.
You built those all by hand, right?
Yeah, it's all hand scripted, but the system takes all the pieces and stitches it together. So you might play the game and come into work and say, hey, I talked to a giant tree and fought a dragon boss, and I'll be like, I met a guy in a helicopter, an old guy in a helicopter, and killed a tree ant. And we'd have completely different experiences and playing the same game.
And you just have to keep going through and eventually explore what all the possibilities are.
Yeah, you can play the game over and over again to see the stuff. You can jump into your friend's world to experience the content in their world, and that's a big part of the game, just jumping in and seeing what you get.
Well, I want to ask about loot, which is, I understand, a big part of the game. How does it function alongside this ever-shifting gameplay experience?
Yeah, the loot in the game is all legendary items, and it's tied into the dynamic generation. So if you fight a boss, or meet an NPC, or get a cool, unique side quest,
Oye, güey, casi se me cae el micrófono.
It's a cool, unique item. It might be a boss weapon, or a magical item, or armor. So if you play the game and you get all completely different events, you'll have different equipment than I have.
And in the trailer, I also saw that there were 3 people walking through these. You mentioned the co-op experience. How does co-op function in the world?
Lástima que el stream no está a 720-60, güey,
Definitely slower pace, more difficult. I mean, you will die a lot in this game, so awesome. There's a huge advantage to bringing your friends to come in there and help you take down bosses or fight off different events or just generally progress through the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, as a big fan of Bloodborne and Dark Souls, I'm really looking forward to Remnant from the Ashes. What?
No creo que sea como Dark Souls.
So Remnant
Remnant's coming out August 20th on PC and Xbox and PS4. And if you pre-order the game now, you can actually get in early and start playing the game August 16th.
Well, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, David Adams.
16 de agosto. ¿Qué vas a jugar? Vamos a seguirle al juego del güey que le saca sopa, güey. Que le falta sopa.
Keep those questions coming. I will be asking on stage the creative director of Borderlands 3.
Ah, Borderlands 3, sí, pues.
Doesn't matter what platform you're on, just use hashtag PC Gaming Show. And until that time, let's talk about our next title. This one was announced 2 years ago.
¿En serio?
The PC Gaming
¿Para qué quieres que juegue JLC? Dime.
From Clay Entertainment called Griftlands. It's changed quite a bit in the last 2 years. It's now a deck-building roguelike where you don't just fight, but you also
No sé, otra cosa.
through a broken-down sci-fi world. It's going to be available on the Epic Game Store in one short month on July 11th in alpha. Let's take a look at some of the footage of what you'll be playing.
Dame mod. Eres una perra. Tiene que pasar un tiempo JLC para que te pueda dar el mod, güey. Todavía ni eres VIP. Griftlands. Ok. 11 de julio, güey. Vas a necesitar uno, no hay nadie de mods, solo los bots. Sí hay mods, lo que pasa es que casi no vienen. Entró un tóxico, por eso.
So Planet Zoo is a new management sim game from us. It involves you building and looking after a modern zoo.
A ver. Tienes razón, güey.
We believe you've ever seen in a video game. Each of our animals are unique. They have their own needs, their own desires, and their own behaviors. They interact with each other and react with the world you build around them. And today, the very first time,
Tienes razón, güey.
we'll show everyone here our gameplay video and to announce our launch date.
Oh, fantastic. Let's buy the world's largest family pass and take a look inside.
Gracias, mano, de nada, güey. No de nada, güey. Cuídalo, el mod. No mames, güey. Presentaron esta babosada, güey. No mames. Putísima madre, güey. ¿Para qué gastar tiempo en esta pendejada? No chingues, güey. Igual Microsoft ayer la hizo, güey. Con el pinche Minecraft, güey. No mames, güey. Y Electronic Arts con el FIFA, güey. Su puta madre. Planet Zoo.
Lisa, I love some of the animal shenanigans here. I mean, hippos pooing, adorable baby elements. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to play it. But before we saw the trailer, Piers mentioned this is a modern zoo, but what exactly does that mean?
So nowadays when you go to the zoo, you're not just going to see all the lovely, pretty animals. You go there, you want to be, learning about conservation, you want to learn about the research that they're doing, you want to be educated, and these are all things that you're going to be able to do in Planet Zoo. And these ideas of the modern zoo is really what we take to heart, and we're going to be promoting, the health and the welfare of your animals as the most important thing.
O sea, para la gente que no puede ir a un pinche zoológico, juega esta mamada para que se sienta como si estuviera en un zoológico, güey.
So we've recorded our presentation. Lisa's done a fantastic voiceover for it, and we'll be releasing that onto Frontier's YouTube channel. That goes live this Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Well, fantastic. I cannot wait to watch. Thank you so much for joining us, Piers and Lisa, everyone.
Gracias. Hombre, vas a ver la conferencia de Nintendo, capaz que pasen algo bueno, no como el FIFA. Sí, voy a ver la de Nintendo. Precisamente ahora, mañana y pasado me voy a estar dedicando a viendo las conferencias y jugar cuando no haya conferencia.
That is right. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the stage is a legend of Japanese game development. It's Mr. Yu Suzuki.
Hello, everyone.
In addition to being the brains behind the following games, Hang On,
Sí, claro, voy a hacer directo de todo, güey.
Afterburner, Virtual Racing, and Virtual Fighter, Yusan also created the Shenmue series, and he's here to talk about Shenmue 3 right now. Take it away, Yusan.
A ver. Eso me llamó la atención.
Standing on the stage today.
Estoy muy emocionado por estar en este escenario ahora.
I just want to say thank you.
Lo único que tengo que decir es gracias porque he estado en Japón por 20 años, algo así, güey.
The wait is nearly over.
That's right. Let's take a world exclusive look at Shenmue 3.
A ver qué es lo que van a presentar. World Exclusive. Exclusivo mundial.
I don't think your kung fu is strong enough.
Grandmaster.
Ah, ya sé qué juego es, güey. Sí.
A long time ago, martial arts were bad, but humans are interesting creatures. They practiced in secret, away from prying eyes, and became stronger. One even practiced atop this very boat. Non-Tren survived the ban and was passed on in this way.
Shenmue 3.
What did you say to me? Stop it. They threaten and extort money from shop owners, get drunk by noon, and cause trouble. Everyone in town is afraid of them.
Conozco esta franquicia, pero nunca la he jugado, güey.
They are heartless. Hey, wait right there. Okay.
This is him, the Japanese guy who got in our way.
You've got some guts to barge in here on your own.
19 de noviembre de este año, güey. Solamente para Play y PC, güey.
So many people have been waiting for Shenmue 3. I would like to
50.
once again thank you so much. Thank you, Yusan, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Now our next title is near and dear to my childhood heart. It's based upon a game I grew up playing called Heroes.
Gracias, Gato LC, por esos 50 falsos
Let's take a
vitazos,
look
güey.
at an upcoming collaboration between Coffee Stain Studios and Lava Potion.
Coffee Steam. Lava Potion. De nada. No, gracias, güey. ¿Qué tatuaje tienes en la mano? Ni uno, güey. Bueno, fuera que tuviera tatuaje, güey. Pero sí me quiero hacer uno. Me sorprende el apartado gráfico de este juego, güey. No tengo tatuajes, güey. A la verga, güey. Songs of Conquest. Una aventura de estrategia clásica. Únete para la beta cerrada.
The name of the game is Songs of Conquest, and here to join me in talking about it is the lead designer from Lava Potion, Carl Toftfeld. Hey, Carl.
Hi, hey, thanks.
I mean, let's just start off. For anyone who maybe hasn't played the Heroes of Might and Magic series, what is Song of Conquest?
Perdí monedas.
It's all about, you kind of start off with in the
¿Me dan monedas? No sé cómo darlas, güey. Si no, sí te las daría.
And you recruit an army, and then you kind of send off your wielders on an adventure. And they go exploring the world, they pick up resources, to flag mines, and with those resources, you upgrade your town so you can get more stuff, and that's kind of what you do. Adventure and strategy combined.
Yeah, and you know, I know that part of the core loop is obviously get the resources to build up the township, but for what reason? Armies, man. Talk to me about those juicy battles.
Yeah, so the battle, just like the whole game, is turn-based. So you go into combat, you bring all your troops in, and you start by deploying them, and then all the troops have different stats, like offense and defense, and health. Sure. And they go in initiative order, and then you slug it out, and it's a bit like chess, but instead of like pawns and bishops, you have like horned wands and face spirits.
Great. And griffins and so on.
Yeah, and all those things.
And well, you know, as someone who just loves the Heroes of Might and Magic series, I know that you have translated a lot of the gameplay elements into Songs of Conquest.
Verga,
What are some of the modern elements that you're bringing in?
Well, there's a lot of it, but I mean, one of them is our magic system. We call it the essence. So basically, in the Songs of Conquest universe, everything has an essence within them, sort of like the soul. So your troops, they have an essence. And to do magic, you need to bring the troops with the right essence, with your wielders.
Oh, I see.
So if you want to like make your troops go faster, you need to bring a troop that has that essence, like cavalry.
And maybe to ask a basic question, what if my opponent kills that cavalry?
Then you can't do the magic. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're fighting someone, you kind of have to like weigh the pros and cons of what to kill off. Like, do you want to destroy their magic or their powerful troops?
Where can people go to get more information? And as always, when's it coming
out? Late 2020.
2020.
Quite a ways off, but you can go to songsofconquest.com and sign up for alpha, and then you can play earlier.
Cuando está en alfa el juego, quiere decir de que todavía le falta mucho, güey.
Now our next title is an update to a popular co-op game. Let's see what's in store for Vermintide 2.
Otro juego. Después de los héroes finalizan. Una nueva. Quién sabe qué, güey. No alcancé a leer, güey. Maldita sea. ¿Qué extensión es la de las monedas, etcétera? Streamlabs. Streamlabs, esa extensión. Warhammer. ¿Dónde he visto este juego yo? La beta. Otro juego beta, güey.
You just saw the reveal of the new PvP mode coming to Vermintide 2, which turns the Warhammer Fantasy cooperative game into something even more brutally competitive. It looks deliciously vile, and surely dismembering Skaven is so much more satisfying when you know you're going ham on a fellow player.
Te jala el ganso, digo, te jala el GTA. La PC, no mucho, güey, pero no lo tengo. Si lo tuviera, sí, güey. Si lo jugara.
In Per Aspera, you're an artificial consciousness orbiting Mars, whose ultimate purpose is to terraform the planet, starting from a single drone in your landing site and turning the planet into a flourishing second home for humanity. Courtesy of developer Talon Industries and publisher Raw Fury, here's a first ever look at Per Aspera.
¿Conoces Killing Floor? No, güey.
Reaching the Red Planet was not humanity's greatest achievement. Transferring the complexity of the human mind to machines was.
Sí, pero me imagino que ha de costar.
So they can succeed where we failed. so they can build us a home on that distant, dusty rock.
Te paso a traer de SP, lo ves.
Today, Amy reaches Mars.
¿Qué es eso, güey? Discord, ah.
Amy, are you with us?
¿Estás con nosotros?
Of course, I'm with you, Houston.
No, otro juego de decisiones, güey. Una hora con 35 minutos. Ya le queda poquito al... Te paso tráiler de SP, lo ves. Ok. Sí, pero va a tener que ser después de esto, güey.
But for his debut project with indie studio Panache Digital Games, he's going to take us back 10 million years to where humanity began.
Ah, ok, está bien, está bien.
All About Ancestors is creative director and co-founder Patrice Desilets. Welcome, Patrice.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here. I've been waiting 10 years to come back on a big stage at E3 showing off a game.
Well, it's fantastic to have you back. I just want to ask, what inspired you to tell the story of human evolution?
Well, when I started Panache, I needed a game, an open world game in which you can do a lot of things. You need a character in a 3D environment at first. And I said, oh, I'm the historical guy, I'm the historical dude, so I need an historical period. They said, oh, let's go back at the very beginning. It'll be easier to do because I won't have to build a city, I won't have to build technology, and I was a bit naive because we built Africa 10 million years ago. And that's not easy to build.
Espérame un minuto, bro, y vengo. Sale, güey, aquí te espero. De todos modos están mostrando esto, güey.
Our last common ancestor, right, of all the big apes, and then you have to explore your environment, and eventually you expand your territory, you expand your clan, because you're not playing that one badass character. You play a group of badass characters. And eventually you evolve into different species, up until Lucy the Australopithecus roughly 2 million years ago.
I imagine our ancestors had a lot more issues to deal with than we do today. There's going to be a lot more dangers in this world, so tell me a bit more about those.
Well, it's all about from a prey to a predator. Basically, at the beginning of the game, everybody is there to kill you and devour you. And basically at the end, it's pretty much you. You're the predator and everybody's afraid of you. And that's the idea of Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey.
So, Patrice, ultimately, what is the key to evolving your clan successfully?
Curiosity. You need to explore because, you know, I made a game about characters and you needed to follow the story I wrote for you.
Okay.
This time, you're basically writing the story. Right? There's no story per se inside. It's not about going and see mission givers. It's not about looking at the mini maps and the little dots. It's about you, hey, Homo sapiens. Can you survive like our ancestors did? And that's the question I'm asking the players. It'll be for you to answer that question August 27th.
Well, I was
on PC first.
I was going to ask you when we can see it, and you answered my question first. Thank you so much,
getting
Patrice.
good at this.
As Patrice says, Ancestors will be released August 27th, and you can learn more at
Agosto del 27. Perfecto. O sea, 27 de agosto va a salir esta madre, güey. Más publicidad, güey. Perfecto. Y una cosa más. Por lo que veo es chino el juego.
Please welcome to the stage, Loring Lee, founder and CEO of Dragon Nest.
Indeed, auto chess has turned out to be a sensation, with hundreds of thousands, millions of players getting a taste of it. And here to talk about its coming to PC is Loring Lee. Take it away, Loring.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Loring Lee. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'm the CEO and founder of Dragon's Game. Dragon's Game is a game developer and publisher comes from China. I'm so happy to be here today on this stage to introduce our game, Auto Chess, to all of you. This is really an exciting moment for us. As the trailer says, this is a real engaging game.
Para el culo, for us.
Dragon's now is working with the creator of Auto Chess, Jodo Studio. We are working together to bring Auto Chess.
Bro, mande.
Both on PC and
Volví, sorry.
so that everyone
Sorry de qué, güey.
from anywhere
No te preocupes.
can enjoy the same fun of Auto Chess. Now we are building the PC version with by using the game engine of Unreal.
Mande JLC.
As everyone knows, Unreal Engine is one of the best game engines of the world. With the help of Epic Games and by the power of Unreal, I believe we can finish our job quickly and efficiently. And today, I'm very glad to announce the PC version of Auto Chess will be coming to the Epic Games Store. I look forward to all of you playing Auto Chess on PC later this year. Okay, thank you.
Perdón, lo quería probar. Sale, güey, no te preocupes.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing the news
A
with
ver.
us. Once again, Auto Chess, if you have not played it, you must check it out. It is so fun. Our next title with Frankie up above. I understand it's
Algún día va a ser de verdad. No te preocupes, JLC.
One of the things we love about PC gaming is the way that game creators from all over the world can draw inspiration from one another's work. Chris Tales is a great example of that. A gorgeous indie love letter to classic JRPGs developed by a team in Colombia. Chris Tales' spin on the genre brings a unique perspective that lets you see the past.
No, es que no mames, güey. Esa parte del chino, güey, como que no aportó mucho, güey.
In real time. Here's the world exclusive reveal of Chris Tales.
A ver, ¿qué otra pendejada van a mostrar, güey? Puede contener contenido inapropiado para niños. No te enojes. No, güey, no me enojo.
What was, what is, and what would be. If you knew how it ends, would you change it? Could you make the hard decisions?
Su puta madre, güey. ¿Qué pedo con esta madre, güey? Digo, como dijiste, que otra pendejada más van a mostrar. Ah. Sí, güey, es que esa parte del chino como que no aportó mucho, güey.
If you learn from the past and act in the present, you can rewrite the future.
Crisis Tales en 2020, güey. Juega el debut del juego ahora en Steam.
In PC gaming, it's not the size of your weapon.
Me voy a
it's
acostar.
how you use it.
¿Cómo que te vas a acostar, JLC, si es tarde todavía?
It's a bit average, isn't it? It's just your average, Glock, really. No. It's one of the ridiculous alien weapons from our next game, Valfaris. A brutal, heavy metal-infused 2D action platformer inspired by true old-school classics like Contra and Turrican. Assuming the role of fearless warrior Therium, players must blast and slash their way through the doomed citadel of Valkyrie.
Gracias, está acá en Argentina. Ah, con razón.
Before challenging the arcane evil at its very
Que son las 4 de la tarde ya, ¿no?
ready to rip the galaxy a new wormhole.
Ah, okay.
From publisher Big Sugar, this is Valfaris.
The Forest. A muerte hasta que termine. Son las 3:15. De hecho, el día de hoy es... Primero, ahorita en el primer stream, streamear esta conferencia, jugar un rato, streamear la conferencia de Ubisoft. Terminando la conferencia de Ubisoft, nos vamos a despedir hasta la tarde. Pero en la tarde nada más vamos a streamear la conferencia de Square Enix. No nos vamos a poner a jugar en la noche. Ese va a ser el plan del día de hoy, güey. Pero ayer no dormí. ¿Y eso que no dormiste, güey?
Just incredible action in the Valfaris trailer. I'm very excited for our next guest. In case you have not been in downtown LA, E3 is covered with Borderlands 3 art. It's amazing, it's beautiful. And joining me is the amazing and beautiful Paul Sage, creative director of Borderlands 3.
Beautiful's a new one, thanks.
Yeah, there you go, Paul. Welcome. I mean, there's been so much hype around Borderlands 3.
Me quedé viendo no por del director de Borderlands 3, a ver. Estaba viendo un directo de 10 horas. Ah, con razón.
All about loot. We're talking about, you know, the different loot, such as shields, grenades, those things, going to different planets. So a lot of stuff to talk about.
Well, I mean, I want to start right off with.
Pero no me preocupo, güey, si de todos modos te quedas dormido, güey. Soy comprensible yo, pero tranca que me quedo. Aguanto.
You know, we have multiple action skills, which means that she can equip either a minigun or a railgun or a flamethrower. You know, if you want to barbecue your enemies, something like that.
Oh,
so,
nice.
You know, yeah, Moses.
No me voy a dormir.
Now, we've been excited to be collating a whole bunch of community questions. We're going to break them into two categories. First, there's a whole bunch of...
Saber qué pasa con TLC. Yo creo que no.
Right now, one of the big categories is about loot, because you've mentioned having
el vecino está martillando.
earlier. But what can you tell us about some of the other gear, the other progression systems in the game?
Yeah, so let's talk about grenades. Like one of my favorite things that we don't get to talk about a lot. So in the past, we've had grenades. If they've had like one thing, they can bounce, they can stick to different things, you know.
Yeah.
This time, we're combining like all of those things. So for instance, the other day I was playing and I...
Sombra, ¿me estás desafiando? No, güey, claro que no.
And the grenade would fire guns as
No, güey, claro que no.
Right? So we have like a ton of different grenades that are in there.
¿Qué pedo?
Shield where if you duck, that shield will extend out in front of you, you know, so just tons of different things that we have.
Creo que fue un comercial, güey. Sí, sabía, era un comercial. Bueno, lo que estaba diciendo ahí este desarrollador suena a que si me duermo me metes un putazo y me despiertas. ¿Cómo te voy a mandar un putazo, güey? No, ¿cómo? ¿De dónde a dónde, güey? Lo que este güey está diciendo ahorita es prácticamente de que es genial y que es el día del plátano, chicheñol. No, mentira, sino lo que estaba diciendo es, estaba explicando algunos aspectos del juego, güey. Algunos aspectos de este nuevo juego que está próximo a venir, güey. Y se está cayendo la transmisión, güey.
There's going to be a single player campaign. What's going to be happening after the campaign? What are some of the beyond the single player, maybe end game content that you can talk about?
All right, in-game content. Okay, well, it's E3, so I can give a little bit. So we have this thing what we call the Guardian system.
Otra vez otro puto comercial, hijo de su chingada madre, güey. Bueno, entonces, ahí viene.
There's going to be a single player campaign. What's going to be happening after the campaign? What are some of the beyond the single player, maybe end game content that you can talk about?
All right, in-game content. Okay, well, it's E3, so I can give a little bit. So we have this thing what we call the Guardian system. So for those people who played Borderlands before, you might remember Badass Ranks. Badass Ranks, you can get, you know, it's basically kind of an infinite progression system that added to your stats.
Yeah.
We doubled down on that. We have what we...
Haces reír.
Right, so I think of a boss fight, you know, like
Qué bueno que los hago reír, güey.
fan, right? So I love huge boss fights that have like three phases and stuff like that. So now those people, you know, smart people in the audience know that we've talked about going to vaults instead of vault.
Okay.
Right? So there are different like huge boss encounters there that are just, you know, multi-phase boss encounters. We have like a lot of different mini bosses throughout the game, so a lot of different boss encounters throughout the game.
Well, now I want to ask some really quick questions that should be yes or no, very brief. First from Castore, how will you be handling multiplayer?
Multiplayer, we will basically be allowing anybody to jump in at any time, so.
Awesome. From MHL Animations, can I pet the gun? Great question.
I'm not here to judge what you do with your gun, so that's a personal question.
All right, great. Sam Wiseman asks, is Maya's new companion a siren?
People are asking the right questions. That's what I will say about that.
Oh, you tease.
I'm sorry.
All right, from Ironic Sanguine says, is Tiny Tina going to be seen fighting alongside the Vault Hunters?
Yes.
Nice. All right, I'm just going to blast through a couple more as fast as I possibly can. What's the level cap at launch?
50.
Will we get to see Flak?
Yes.
Will we see golden keys and or shift codes for Borderlands 3?
Absolutely.
Will there be duels?
Yes.
Other kinds of PvP?
Yes and no.
Sí, no. Pinche Discord, ¿soy yo?
Perfect.
Yes.
¿Qué es,
And will
güey?
you be able to transfer weapons between your characters?
Absolutely, right from the start.
Perfect. And when is the damn game coming out?
Friday the 13th, 2019, September 13th.
Perfect. Borderlands.com for more information. Thanks so much for joining me on stage.
John, thank you.
And once again, if you have not seen all the setups
O sea que va a salir este año.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Eso ya lo sabíamos en la conferencia de
The guest
Microsoft.
that we saw earlier in the show. He's upstairs with Frankie. What you got for us?
Oh, hi, we're live. Sorry. Hello, I was just, I was actually testing out my outfit for this weekend. I don't know, what do you think, John?
I think you look really sharp, as always.
Very sharp. Well, thank you so much. John Gibson, president of Tripwire, thank you for joining us again on the show.
Yeah,
very
excited to be
busy
here.
man, yes.
Yes.
Now, last year, we revealed Man-Eater to the world. And can you remind anyone who missed it what the game's all about?
Absolutely. Man-Eater is an open-world action RPG, or Shark PG as we call it. You start as a small baby shark pup, and you have to survive in this harsh world and try to eat your way to the top of the ecosystem. There are three words that we think sum the game up to best: eat, explore, and evolve. And we also have someone we'd like you to meet.
Well, let's meet him then. Let's take a look at the new trailer.
Un trailer. A la verga, güey.
Come any closer with that camera, we two gonna tussle.
Man-Eater. Ah.
John.
Me quedé pobre. Una moneda. ¿Neta, güey?
That was Scaly Pete, and Scaly Pete's the villain in this tale. Pete is a best fisherman in the Gulf, best shark fisherman, or he'll tell you he's the best shark fisherman. And he disfigures our baby shark at the beginning of the game and does some really nasty things. So he's not a
Pinche
very nice
casino
guy.
te estafan.
Now, the story of Man-Eater is told through the lens of a reality show called Shark Hunters versus Man-Eaters, and it follows Pete,
Qué mamón.
the player shark, on
¿Ya vieron?
adventures. And you know, it's a really, you know, it's a very exciting way.
Qué mamada, güey.
And based on that trailer, to be honest, John, it looks like your main goal of the shark is to just bite everything.
Yeah, there is an awful lot of man-eating going on in this game. That is the name of the game. And but we'd like to think of the game as a shark-tastic fun action game. It's like GTA if you were a shark. But there is more to the game than just eating. So we spent a lot of time moving through the water, breaching out, and adding abilities to go up on the beach for an afternoon snack. There's a lot of exciting things that you can do in the game.
And you mentioned before it's a Shark PG. How does that progression system work?
So there's 3 facets to the Shark PG elements of the game. There's growth, there's life phases, and there's evolution.
O sea, que tú controlas al tiburón.
Comes about through eating things, nutrients, people, whatever you can find. And that's kind of like your XP in the game. That allows you to level up, your shark will grow a little bit, you'll get more powerful. And then at key phases that we call life phases, you'll make a big jump. So let's say you're a brooding teenage shark.
He de admitir que esto ya me sorprendió.
Become an adult, you take a big leap in size, a big leap in growth.
Estaría bueno probarlo.
And capability. And then as you reach these life phases, you unlock evolutions that can be applied to parts of the shark's body. For example, you could get metallic teeth that allow you to shred boats, or a powerful tail that allows you to jump to incredible heights. Or you could get mutated lungs that allow you to spend a little more time on the beach getting those afternoon snacks.
Just really quickly, John, everyone's wanting to know this question.
No se acordará Fidas. Ajá. Igual a mí.
Really hard hammerheading away at this game and trying to make it the most awesome shark RPG.
A mí un poco de Thailand.
We're not ready to announce a date, but we're pretty certain you're going to see it before the next PC gaming show.
Well, I hope we do, John. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start biting people. In fact, I'm quite hungry at the moment, so I think actually I'm going to find an audience member because you guys look tasty. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm just going to have a snack. Thank you, John.
Oh, thank you.
Verga, güey, esa silla está chingona, güey. A la verga, tiene llantitas, güey. Una silla sin llantas no es silla, güey.
You know, one of the absolute best parts about being sponsored by iWin for the PC Gaming Show is that I get to sit for this next segment and talk
Código PC Gamer para tener un 30% de descuento en sillas. Todos a utilizar el pinche código.
Part of the reason why it's maintained such popularity is the fact that the developers Relogic continue to add content, going from 250 items at release to now over 4,000. Let's take a look at their penultimate expansion coming up, Terraria Journey's End.
Terraria, a ver. Ese ya tiene siglos y siglos que no lo juego, güey. Aria, ¿te gusta? Casi no me gusta Terraria, güey, pero está bueno. A mí me gusta lo complejo que es. Ajá. A comparación de Minecraft es muy complejo este juego. Y típico que se les traba la PC. Típico.
Is a game that is the spiritual successor to her story. It's called Telling Lies.
Buena variedad de armas.
Interactive, and joining me to talk about it is game director Sam Barlow and actor producer Logan Marshall Green.
Es el show de PC y se les traba la PC en plena conferencia, güey.
If you haven't played her story, you totally should. It's fantastic. I want to note, it is a game where you watch live interactive video in order to uncover what happened with a murder. What is it that's going on in Telling Lies? What's the premise?
So, like her story, Telling Lies is a game in which you watch video footage to piece together a story. And this time,
sí, tienen que cerrar el no por. Ajá, güey, alguien estaba viendo pornografía ahí, güey.
Which contains secretly recorded, intimate and private conversations between our 4 characters. Something has gone terribly wrong, And it's up to you to figure out what and why.
It's time to take a look at some of the gameplay mechanics and see telling lies in action. Let's take a look.
Explora una base de datos. 4 vidas privadas compartidas.
It's late. I gotta get her in the bath. I don't love you and I don't miss you. You already know too much.
No, Watch Dogs no. Me gusta más GTA.
It's late. I gotta get her in the bath. Alright, love you. Love you.
I've only ever been in love once. It was with a girl I met when I was 18, but I was too young and naive to handle it properly. I guess I still carry the torch for it, which makes me a incurable romantic or underdeveloped emotionally. I'm a loyal friend.
A man died in my house at work today.
Telling lies.
Oh, Sam, I got some questions for you about what we've just seen. Talk to me about the mechanics. I saw, the subtitles up, highlighting, it was loading more video footage. What's going on?
So what we do in Telling Lies is we take all of the exploration you would have in a normal video game. So all that walking around in a 3D world.
Yeah.
And we apply that directly to the story. To the
Yo creo que como todo mundo que
scrubbing around in these clips, paying close attention, and you're going to be picking up on the subtext, listening to names, people, places, and with that information, you're going to use that to find more clues, dig into those, and over time, kind of build up this picture of the story. And it's truly like an open world video game.
Well, a lot of times with open world video games, they talk about, the square kilometerage or miles in America. What's the sort of scope that we're talking about? Like, how many hours of footage is there?
So we got like over 10 hours of footage here.
Wow,
so it's a story that encompasses like 2 years. What I wanted to do with this one was, like I say, really embrace this idea of it being an open world game. You're free to explore and follow your curiosity. Just lose yourself in this story.
Yeah.
All the characters. It's this huge, messy, colorful story that we're trying to tell.
Well, I'm curious, Logan, as a performer in this kind of game, what is it like to actually try to have all the layers in there for each performance, also not knowing when a player is going to be seeing the specific footage you're performing?
Well, it's definitely a non-linear open world game, but our approach and Sam's approach was not unlike a movie or a TV show, and we had to understand it A to B. And so, for the most part, that's how we shot
¿Qué dice la gente? A
a
ver.
movie or TV show. And in this case, a game, you're going to be shooting out of order, but we actually stayed pretty linear in how we approached the story. We went after
No dice
it
mucho, güey.
all the other times we're actors, we just went after intention and what do we want and we tried to make it.
Hola, ¿qué onda, Marco? ¿Cómo andas, güey? Bienvenido al streaming.
Scope. Yeah. But we wanted to make it as deep as possible, and Sam is one of the best movie or TV directors I've worked with, so it was very similar.
Nice. Yeah, look at you two.
Bienvenido al streaming, por cierto. ¿Qué tal va? Está buena la conferencia, güey. Pero sí, como que estuvo un poco floja, siento yo.
Very soon, I promise. We'll have a date soon. Right now, you can go to Steam, you can wishlist on Steam. We all love Steam. And yeah, very soon. We'll be showing a little bit more during E3, and the game will be out.
Se me olvidó, no lo estaba viendo, se me olvidó. Sony no está, ¿no? No, güey, Sony no está. No, güey, Sony no fue.
Now, up on the balcony, Frankie's going to be talking to us about a game that my friends, year after year after year, keep telling me I have to play because of how much they've improved it. Frankie, what's going on with Warframe?
Well, one of my favorite parts of last year's show, aside from being upstaged by a giant duck, was getting a glimpse at the future of Warframe. And here with the latest.
¿Sabes que tengo un servidor privado de Minecraft? No, güey, no sabía.
So, chat, behave yourselves, please, because Mother's here. Now, Rebecca, What are we about to see?
We're going to take a look at an amazing trailer that our team has put together. A lot of our players have been waiting a year for a look at what we've been calling Railjack, so it's about time to, see what we've been doing.
Yeah, let's take a look.
A ver, ¿qué es lo que van a mostrar? Simón. Si no alcanzamos a jugar ahora por lo de las conferencias, les prometo que mañana, despuesito de la conferencia de Square Enix y la de... No, despuesito de la conferencia de Nintendo jugamos, güey. O antes del stream en la mañana. En la mañana jugamos. Porque ahorita sigue a las 3 de aquí, creo que sigue la de Ubisoft. Warframe ya lo jugué hace algunos años, pero ¿qué te digo? No me gustó, güey, casi. El 6 de julio va a haber un streaming de ese, güey.
Exciting to know that the fans have finally seen it, and you're clearly going all in on the epic space combat. So tell me about the new stuff that players are going to be able to experience.
I wasn't shaking before we started talking, and now I am because it's real. Because Empyrean is what we're calling codename Railjack. It's basically taking the space ninja part of Warframe, sending it back up to space, bringing players that squad gameplay they know, taking the enemies like the Corpus and the Grineer, giving them their own Railjack to essentially explore the solar system with and take down the bad guys.
And when are fans going to get to see more?
Well, TennoCon is in London, Ontario. It's July 6th, and you can come watch it online on Twitch. We're going to be showing a lot more in our keynote for what Empyrean is going to be.
Well, today I'm getting the feel for the suit, so what's the deal with that sweet-looking necklace prime? How do I get my Tenno arms into it?
I cannot say that on live television, but, there are ways. But yeah, you just have to link your Warframe account to your Twitch account. If you watch 30 minutes of our Tenno live show, you can get it, but hopefully you stay for the full hour, because we got lots to show.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, and good luck with TennoCon on July 6th. Thank you. Okay, now we've seen some amazing stuff today, but nothing quite so gloriously strange as our next game. Developed by Brooklyn-based studio Feral Cat Den, it's an existential-based jazz odyssey set during the Big Bang. Yeah, it's actually blown my mind learning about this one. Buckle up, everyone, because we're about to get bonkers.
No puedo agarrar el cofre o es del directo de tu PC. Es del directo de la computadora. Y aquí no hay nada, güey. No hay nada. Entonces el cofre sí es tuyo, güey. Aquí la única extensión que tienen es esta, güey, la de loot. ¿Qué juego es ese, güey? Se me hace bastante Smoke Weed Everyday, güey. Genesis Noir. Ah, ok.
Genesis Noir, just beautiful, stylish art. The next game we're going to take a look at is the twist on the stealth genre. It's called El Hijo, where you play as a 6-year-old trying to escape a monastery and find your mother using toys, tricks.
Me hace acordar a un juego Stickman con historia y matabas con franco o hacías distintas cosas. Sí, ya sé cuál dices tú, güey. No, aquí anda Marco todavía. Pero ¿de qué trata esto, güey? ¿Conoces la página del dinosaurio guy? No, güey, no la conozco. No la conozco, güey.
Once again is the title of the trailer we just saw. For our final guest tonight, please join me in welcoming from Larian Studios CEO Sven Vinke, and from Dungeons and Dragons at Wizards of the Coast, the creative director of Dungeons and Dragons, Mike Merles, to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. A ver, en lo que presento en esta madre voy a ir al baño, güey. Porque ya me ando siendo, güey. Me ando siendo pi. Ahorita vengo.
Back in 2014, and I tried to convince them back then that they should give us the Baldur's Gate 3 license. And but we had a long chat about what the vision would be for the game. And then we kept on bumping into each other. And then suddenly in 2016, I get a phone call from Nathan Stewart, who's the big boss of Mike and the head of Dungeons and Dragons. He said, you need to come to Seattle right away. We're going to have dinner in a very shady restaurant. And he had this big stack of paper with him. And on it was Baldur's Gate 3. And in it was pretty much everything that we talked about. And he says, I'm going to present this to my board. Do you still want to do it? Yeah, of course I still want to do it. And then a couple of weeks later, we started negotiating. And here we are.
I mean, what does the Baldur's Gate franchise mean to you, Mike?
Oh, to me, it's the crown jewel of D&D computer games, right? I mean, for me personally, Baldur's Gate, the original one, was finally I had the chance to actually play a D&D campaign rather than having to run them for all my friends. So it means so much to us. Baldur's Gate, it's such fantastic storytelling, and it's so exciting to see it come to not only a new generation of gamers, but for the gamers who remember the 20 years it's been since the original, the first two in the series. So it's incredibly exciting. And for us, it's such an important part of the D&D mythos as a whole.
And we got a chance to see the trailer. Talk to me about some of the story elements, the world elements. What are things we're going to see in Baldur's Gate 3?
Well, we're only talking about what's in the trailer right now, but obviously you're going to go to the city, because we start with the city. You start outside of the city, actually. There's going to be mind flayers. They're very nasty. You are seeing in the trailer the process of ceremorphosis, as we call it. It's accelerated, so that's not normal. And you're going to see a lot of iconic creatures, iconic characters, iconic places.
I'm curious about some of the gameplay elements, because obviously, there's just been a big resurgence of Dungeons and Dragons, tons of broadcasts on Twitch. I mean, how do you translate some of the insane things that players want to do?
Baldur's Gate.
What has to be a structured computer game.
So we started with the player handbook, which is basic rule set of Dungeons and Dragons.
Which player handbook? Which
5th edition.
Yeah.
Desde acá se escucha el chorrazo que largas.
Video game. We looked at what worked really well. We looked at the things that didn't work that well, because it is a video game and this was made for tabletop gaming.
Ya ves.
And so we started modifying those things, and then we had to add things on top of it, because if you play tabletop, you have a game master, and you say, well, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then the game
I want to
master
start a fight with a pigeon. He's like, okay, roll for dexterity.
Exactly, that's it. So we had to add systems to make that possible within the game. But we've gone very, very far.
Yeah, I mean, can you give an example of like a crazy moment that a player might do that you could actually play out in the game?
Well, I could, let's say that we get into a fight because you ask a nasty question, I don't want to answer it. And I take the chair over there, I put it on fire, smash it on your head. Well, just as an example.
It's just an example, it's fine, we're just talking,
These are things that we have to put systems into the game for to do it, which are not...
No, es que sí, es que se pasó de pendejo este pendejo, güey. Es la pendeja pregunta más pendeja que he escuchado en su pendeja vida, güey.
What's the sort of information that you provide in assistance?
Well, really what it comes down to is providing the story support. We think of Dungeons & Dragons, the universe of D&D. It's like a toy box for dungeon masters and players to go into and build their own stories. So working with Larry and working with Ben, a lot of it was just opening up that toy box and sharing it and giving that kind of guidance. Like I remember one of our first meetings, we just laid out a map of Baldur's Gate and the Sword Coast and asking a lot of questions like, what kind of story do you want to tell? Where do we want to go? What are the cool locations we always wanted to put in a game like this? And then in terms of the system support, what does it mean in terms of the story for each character, for each character race, each character class, so that if you have your favorite class and it's in the game, you really feel like you're taking on that role that you love so much from the tabletop. It's really coming to life in an authentic way in Baldur's Gate 3.
And we're going to talk in a moment about, Baldur's Gate 3 release dates and whatnot. But we have a second game that we want to talk about on a new technology known as pencil and paper. I understand that there is a tabletop prequel coming for Baldur's Gate.
Exactly. So in Baldur's Gate, we think there's one saga, all the different games coming together to tell one grand story of the city. So on September 17th, we're releasing our next tabletop campaign, Baldur's Gate: Descent into Avernus, and it is the next chapter in the Baldur's Gate saga, right. And it's a prequel to Baldur's Gate 3. So if you haven't played a Baldur's Gate games since Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, this is your chance to check out on the history. It's been about 100 years since
Yo creo que se podía activar el modo teatro, ¿no? O está deshabilitada esta mamada.
Current state, who the movers and shakers are. We also feature a complete levels 1 to 13 campaign that takes you from the mean streets of Baldur's Gate to the depths of
Sí,
hell
güey.
itself. And sort of pose to the players a question: do you want to redeem Baldur's Gate?
Para la otra conferencia lo vamos a usar.
So we're putting that right in players' hands to make that choice.
Well, I have to ask Sven, it's a question on a lot of people's minds. What can you talk to us about expected release time frames?
So people have been waiting for it for a long time.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to wait a little bit more when it's ready. This is the game that we want to play, so we want to make sure it's really, really good. And then when that's the case, then we'll release it.
Well, I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time, and I think I speak for a lot of people here when I say, take your time. If the Divinity Original Sin games are any indication of the quality, it's going to be fantastic and worth the wait. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me on stage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ben and Mike, talk about Baldur's Gate 3. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Why are they leaving? Well, it's because the PC gaming show has officially concluded. Let's
Ahí está.
bring up on the stage the fantastic Frankie Ward. Come here, Frankie.
Hello. Well, thank you so much, Sean. Hasn't this audience been absolutely fantastic today?
Guys, thank you so much for coming out to the 5th annual PC Gaming Show. We want to give an enormous thanks to all of you who tuned in live. We want to, of course, thank all of you who personally showed up this morning, and of course the sponsors who helped make this possible: Epic Game Store, iWin, Frontier, Funcom, Paradox Interactive, Hovercast, Perfect World, Rebellion,
Pues miren,
and Samsung. As you know,
les voy a decir algo. Ahorita vamos a ver el video, güey.
So these sponsors are essential for letting us put on this show every year. Thank you so much.
Les voy a decir algo. La conferencia no estuvo tan mala. O sea, miren, mejor que la de Microsoft. No. La de Microsoft le ganó por mucho, güey. Estuvo más o menos. Le doy un 7 de... No, miento, yo le di esa a la de Microsoft. Le doy en escala del 1 al 10, un 5.7, güey. Casi 6. Sí, güey, porque sí estuvo muy floja, güey. Presentaron cosas que... No, güey. No. Y el público, de hecho, se nota, güey. O sea... Estuvo 2-2, güey. Estuvo, algo ahí, como el quien dice, la conferencia algo chida, güey.